Hello, welcome to Golden Table Tennis, where we talk about table tennis, analyze players, and make match predictions. Today, we are going to talk about an underdog player who has been performing extremely well in these World Championships. He is Anders Lind from Denmark. He is a left-handed shakehand attacking player who is 25 years old this year. He made it to the quarterfinals of the World Table Tennis Championships, which is pretty impressive considering that he is only ranked 180 in the world. To get here, he defeated Brian Afanador from Puerto Rico, who has earlier knocked out the trio from Brazil, Hugo Calderano, in the first round. He then made an upset against Korea's leading male player, world number 13, Jang Woojin. Unfortunately, he has been stopped by Wang Chuqing, which is obviously too strong for him. But even so, his performance against Wang Chuqing was actually quite good, and he gave a lot of trouble to Wang Chuqing also. We will analyze that match later in the video. So, the question is, how did he do it? What did he do so well that allows him to progress so far into the tournament? In this video, we are going to analyze the playstyle of Anders Lind and find out exactly how he did it. In order to do this, we are going to analyze his matches against Brian and Woojin. Firstly, what style is Anders playing and what is his specialty? I'll break it down into three main aspects: service, control, and creativity. His style is quite unique. He is actually a player who has a lot of feeling and control. He blocks very often and uses weird spin to confuse his opponents. He is not very aggressive, but can be a headache to deal with. Let's first start with his serves. Anders has pretty good serves. From this angle, you can see how much side spin the ball has, as it has a pretty obvious curve. It caused a lot of trouble for Jang Woojin in the match. It is actually one of the best side spin serves I've seen in a while. Either he wins point directly with them or sets up very nice third ball attacks. Besides, he also varies the spin and length of the serve quite well, which keeps Woojin guessing what he is going to do next. It is the same story for Brian. His in-the-table short game is also all about control. He rarely does anything fancy with his short game. Most of the time, he just keeps it simple and keep the ball short. He will keep the ball awkward so that it is difficult for his opponent to attack. He isn't very aggressive with his receives, but the touches, feeling, and placements can really keep you scratching your head. Other than the touches, I found out a very effective receive strategy from Anders is push and attack. He will push the ball strategically to force a weaker return from his opponent, then waits to attack. His banana flicks were also exceptionally good. Next, we are going to analyze his blocking game. As I've said earlier, Anders is not the most aggressive player out there. In his matches, you can see how he voluntarily blocks the ball and allows his opponent to do most of the attacking and then wait for them to make a mistake. He will utilize good placement and pace variation with his blocks to confuse his opponents. The third thing is his creativity. His side spin strawberry chop is just mesmerizing. On the internet, you can find a viral clip of him doing some ridiculously spinny side spin chops. He used it a couple of times in his matches against Brian and Woojin. Watch. Despite not being aggressive, his counter-attacks are impressive. He uses the speed already created by the opponent to slap the ball back. It really caused a lot of trouble for his opponents. Now, it's time to see how Anders' style brought so much trouble to Wang Chuqin. I want you guys to focus on the points you see on the screen right now. Later during the match, you'll see how Wang Chuqin struggled against Anders with his unconventional style. With his serves, Anders was able to win so many points.
So much side spin, funky shots.
We're making same
It all. So 6 of the last 8 points to the day. Let's skip the small talk here.
In his short games, he was able to make it difficult for Wang Chuqin to attack.
To be going past such top players. And while
Through the belly button. Taking some serious time off, losing some weight.
mind while making that serve.
And irony in that moment. And the in game number 4. Soft hands, the second game point for Anders Lind.
And his stubbornness during a rally to stay alive really frustrates Wang Chuqin.
10 years ago.
Nice. Being 180 in the world.
Ooh, will it? Oh no! For the second time this match, and point is over, KO. The drop shot. Oh, second bounce on the table.
Yes, he eventually lost, which is kinda expected since Wang Chuqin is way too fast and furious for him. But what's important is that he didn't make it easy for Wang Chuqin. Despite being a very unique playstyle to watch, does this playstyle have any weaknesses? Of course. In fact, the weakness is extremely obvious and it is already reflected on the world rankings. He is not even in the top 100 and there is a reason for that. Firstly, he is way too passive. You can't really win in table tennis if you're not decently aggressive. His attacks are not very strong, to be honest. Not to say that it's bad, but compared to other players, his attacks are relatively weaker. I personally feel that his attack lack powers and many times over, he is unable to finish off his opponents even when he is attacking position. His opponents can easily block his attacks then counter attacks onwards. Also, you can't be blocking all the time and expecting to win. If he meets someone with decently good attacks, he's done for. But everyone has their weaknesses. Putting aside all those weaknesses, it's fair to say that Anders Lind is quite a decent player despite the world rankings. As a conclusion, Anders Lind is a very creative player. He doesn't have the most impressive attacks or footwork, but his impressive service and control is kinda enough to make up for his downsides. He is definitely a very underrated player. Everyone is talking about how creative Truls Morgat and Alexis Lebrun is, but you hardly ever hear anyone talking about Anders. Fun fact for you guys, Anders Lind was previously involved in a serious car accident, but he seemed to have recovered and playing well right now. It really brings joy to me. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my analysis? Do you like Anders Lind's style or as a player? Let me know in the comment section below. We can discuss this together. With that, I would like to conclude today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.